or so the Bible says. But passion takes many forms.
Since its premiere on August 9, 2014, this amazing series based on Diana Gabaldon's novels have kept viewers impressed. Jamie and Claire's rare and deep love relationship has lasted almost 7 years. Things in the 18th century may be harsh, and we will be traumatized a little more in Season 6, but we will still be amused. So, for today's video, let's explore the overview of the Outlander Season 6 trailer. But before we get into it, do me a favor and smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button for notifications whenever a new video is published. Season 5 Recap. Bree and Roger were married on Fraser's Ridge, so there was a lot of joy in the air. BRIANA kills Stephen Bonnet, BRIANA's rapist from Season 4, played by Ed Spielers. When Jamie and Roger decide to down Bonnet in attempting to kidnap Jimmy from BRIANA, she seizes the opportunity. BRIANA took advantage of the situation by killing him as the water poured around him. Murtaugh is killed in a particularly tough and unfortunate episode of Season 5, when Governor Tryon orders Jamie to join a militia against the uprising. Jamie's dramatic goodbye was both sincere and challenging. BRIANA and Roger attempted to go back in time with their son, Jamie, in the penultimate episode. The attempt fails when they both thought of home, because as they touched the stone-circled gems in their hands, they were instantly transported back to the 1700s in North Carolina, as if they had never left. Lionel Brown attacks Fraser's Ridge and kidnaps Claire after knocking Marsala unconscious at the end of the show. Remember the shocking Season 5 finale? Season 5's finale is one of the most upsetting in the show's history, right up there with Jamie's rape at the hands of John Randall. The conclusion does not begin in the usual manner. Per episode of Outlander begins with a flashback to the previous episode, as is standard. This episode lacked an intro song as well. Anything terrible was on the way, and the fans were right. Claire is bound to a log, bloodied, and her story from the previous episode is told through flashbacks. These flashbacks show what happened to her from the time she was kidnapped when she was bound to the cross. We also see glimpses of a 1960s alternate universe that never existed. It demonstrates how different her life would have been if she had grown up with the same family and friends she does now. The flashes to the 60s are followed by Never My Love by The Associate, without the brutality of 18th century Scotland. The album is about love that never ends. That is also the title of the finale, Never My Love, Through the Trials and Defeats. Brown then sexually attacks Claire, beats her, and asks his men to gang rape her, which is one of the most unsettling moments in the entire film. We have flashbacks of life in the 1960s as Claire is being sexually abused, with Never My Love playing in the background. When Jamie and his men discover this camp and invade, Claire is rescued. Many of Claire's kidnappers made it through the initial assault and are now bound. Myers first offers Claire the chance to assassinate her rapists, but as a nurse, Jamie reminds her of her oath to not harm. Jamie tells his men to destroy any single man they come across. Brown has been injured, but is alive for whatever cause, and he is taken to Fraser's Ridge at the Ridge. Claire is unable to look at Brown, but she assures him that she will not hurt him. She then runs to a quiet part of the house and sobs for the first time since her nightmare began. Expectations for Season 6. First and foremost, how can Claire overcome her ordeal to the point that she can recover her spirit? Since her rape ordeal in Season 5, we know how good she is from previous seasons. She even said something to Jamie, and it was a very emotional moment for all of them. No, I have lived through a world war, and I have lost a child, lost 2 husbands. I've been starved with an army, and I've been beaten, and I've been betrayed, and I've been imprisoned, and I will not. I survived, and this, I'm supposed to be shattered by this. Well, I won't be. We are hopeful that she will recover her spirit. What happened to her has left emotional wounds on me for the rest of my life. According to our knowledge, the next season will have 12 episodes, the same as Season 5, but 1 fewer than Season 4. There will be a long wait ahead of us, since the next season isn't due until next May. Some viewers have nicknamed the series Droughtlander due to the long gap between seasons. In March of 2020, Jamie and Sam Haugen announced on Twitter that shooting for the next season had started. He tweeted, "We have started episode 1, so excited, but you're going to love the rest of this season." In 1775, the American Revolutionary War began. When we left Fraser's Ridge in Season 5, it was 1774. As a result, we are on the verge of starting the war. Season 6 would almost certainly usher us into the fighting, as Season 5 did. The novel, A Width of Snow and Ashes, spans the years 1773 to 1776, encompassing the whole conflict. The conflict. Jamie and his men will fight for the rebels. He is well aware that the British would lose the battle. In a free America, he wants to start a new life for himself, his family, and his friends. Unfortunately, we will see Jamie's friends join forces with the British, who he will have to stop or destroy. Then he must keep an eye out for enemies behind him. He, like Lionel Brown's brother, will seek vengeance on Jamie and can do so by harming those he cares for. Consider Brown trying to grab Brianna, Hannah Fergus, or Claire. Book 6 by Diana Gabaldon, A Breath of Snow and Ashes. Season 6 will most likely be hidden by the majority of Gabaldon's novel, A Blanket of Snow and Ashes. We got a good idea of what to expect from the novel. Throughout the season, the showrunners have not always held faithful to the book's plot. They altered multiple personalities, incidents, and even timelines. However, the book serves as a useful reference. What is the significance of Jamie and Claire's obituary? One of the key reasons Bree went back in time was to read an obituary about Jamie and Claire being killed in a house fire. After A Breath of Snow and Ashes, there are, of course, more novels. As a result, we know Jamie and Claire are both alive. We don't know if they were critically injured in the crash. The house burns down in the novel, leaving the characters homeless and disillusioned. Jamie and Claire made their way back to Scotland. Roger and Brianna would most likely journey across time to rescue their daughter. What baby Bree and Roger will have a daughter in Season 6, most likely during the war, if they remain true to the script. Roger and Bree will go back in time after their daughter is born because they have no options. She was born with a heart condition, and they would return to the future to get the proper medical care. Claire is unable to rescue them this time. Lizzie has been nursed back to health by the Beardsley twins after contracting malaria. They use essential oils, but their nude bodies are still kept up for some reason. She has sex with the wrong brother, despite falling for the right one due to a tragic mix-up. She doesn't seem to mind what might be if you think about it. Sexual harassment. He has intimate relations with her without her permission. Lizzie ends up marrying both of her brothers after convincing herself and them that they are one human with two bodies. We believe there is some foot kinkiness. Fergus will try to commit suicide. Marsala is expecting her fourth child, as you are aware. Henry Christian, a boy born with dwarfism, is the name of the infant in the novels. The residents of Fraser's Ridge are not very open-minded, as was the case in those days. Henry Christian would be seen as an outcast, maybe even the devil's brother. For the young boy, things can get very complicated. Fergus still feels useless because he believes he is unable to care for his family in the manner in which he can. He also seems ill-equipped to defend Henry Christian in the novel. All of this anxiety finally gets to him, and he kills himself. In the novel, Jamie intervenes and saves him. Fergus is Jamie's son, and Jamie has given him his last name. For both of them, the scene that follows is very emotional. It'll be a true tearjerker, and will break a few hearts in the process. Because of the novels that the series is based on, Outlander is fairly predictable. What do you think will happen next season? Should we prepare ourselves for any major surprises in Season 6? Will it be the most exciting season for Outlander? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Before leaving, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications on our future content. With that being said, see you in the next one.